Hey guys, thank you so much for joining in for the second webinar of SEOengine.ai. I'm the founder and CEO of SEOengine.ai. Also, I run TinyCheck, which is India's first funded AI venture studio platform. We build incredible AI products and some foundational models that we had been working on around voices. But at the same time, we have been turning a lot of our models into building very productive products for you guys so that you can just use these products and just kind of like skyrocket your growth, right? But more less about introduction and more about in today's session. What are we going to do? Some very exciting things, right? So today I'm going to be talking about technical SEO in the AI era. This is something that not many people talk about, and more importantly, not many SEO folks really want you to know, right? Because this is the core bread and butter of every single SEO agencies. They would charge you a bomb, right? Anywhere from $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and it's actually worth it, right? Like, because you build your website, you build your content, you do everything, but what you don't do is actually audit. And this is a major reason why a lot of people, companies generally, no matter how effective they are and how much content they push, they just lack the technical aspect of the things. They just put up a blind website and expect things to just like work magically. But sadly, that's not how things work, right? And today we're going to be discussing about that. Today we're going to be talking about that at the same time. So yeah, guys, let's make it a lot more fun again. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop in at the same time, right? So again, as I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about technical SEO, how you can do certain things in your own way. And we get started again. Drop in your questions in case if you have, right? The core things that we're going to be covering in today's webinar is going to be about crawlability, indexability, security, core web vitals, structured data, mobile, JS rendering, and URL structures, right? And we'll try to see if we can get overall score of 88, 90 out of 100. But more importantly, one of the biggest sort of misconception a lot of people often have is the fact that they think that you need to do SEO audit just once, and that's extremely false. You have to run your audits every bi-weekly or at least monthly, because you keep pushing new pages. There are new updates coming out from Google and many other search engines and LLMs and SLMs today. So you have to make sure that you're constantly pushing new updates. That's very important. So make sure that you run these audits on a regular basis. Oh, we have more people joining in. Just let me admit them. For people who have just joined in, please drop in your hi. Please let us know where you have joined in from, and I'm going to continue working on. I'm going to go to the next slide. So the core 8 pillars of any technical SEO auditing involves crawlability, which means that it's very important that your robots.txt, your XML files are intact. Because if you don't set all of these things up, the problem is going to be that Google and rest of the search engines have got very limited crawl budget, because they spend a lot of money crawling your website, scraping your website, and then saving it and then serving your website to their potential people who are going to search. Same thing happens with ChatGPT or any other LLMs at the same time, right? So it becomes extremely difficult. So just make sure that you set up all of these things properly. We're not talking about that in just a moment more. Then indexability, it's very important that you set up your canonical tags. Generally, about 90% of the time, the reason why your pages are not getting indexed is because your canonical tags doesn't match your URL. Even if you have an extra slash at the end, in your canonical tag or on your URL, and if your URL have a slash and your canonical doesn't have a slash, it's not going to crawl and index, right? You're going to start having a lot of issues. And as I mentioned, as you keep scaling, you will constantly have these issues. So you have to run your audits on a weekly basis. Then a lot of times people just leave no index at the same time, right? There are a lot of duplicate contents, or you're just creating a bunch of useless programmatic SEO pages. That's just index bloating, right? So again, that's a big problem. Then third thing you have to ensure is about security. Every single page is served through security. That's very important. Your URL structure needs to be extremely clean, right? Don't end up adding too many jargons, too many URLs, too many things. Keep it very precise, right? URL structure is extremely important. Make it very descriptive. mention your keywords, and your structuring is everything, right? You need to have your redirects and everything set up maximum. And again, don't make your slugs too long either. Then your entire website needs to be mobile. I think this is something that everyone knows. So I'm not going to dive into that. Then we need to ensure that the core vitals, right, the core web vitals are intact at the same time. This is something you have to constantly optimize, because as I mentioned, that Google constantly keeps on changing things. It keeps on optimizing things. So you have to ensure that this is intact. Then this is the core aspect of any kind of SEO and AEO, which is your structured data, which is your schema tags. If your schema tags are not intact, you're gonna have some real challenges. You're gonna have some real issues, right? So just make sure of that these schema tags are intact at the same time. Very, 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 very important. Let me just hide this. Just 1 second. Awesome. So, so far, guys, any questions? Please again drop in. I'm gonna keep taking up these questions. But I hope you have taken a screenshot. You have just written these down, because this is going to be the core fundamental of how you're going to be doing your technical audit every single time. Right now, let's try and understand how you can automate a lot of these things using skills, using Claude Code, Open Code, or Codex. It doesn't matter which one do you use, but you can audit and run all of these audits just by doing CLI, right? Just by installing something like Claude Code or by Codex. It doesn't matter, right? So in this particular case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use Claude Code. So what you can do is you can just go on Google and just type install Claude Code, right? You're going to get this particular guide. Now, all you got to do is just install this. Now, how are you going to do that? You also need an IDE for that, right? And for that, I generally use Antigravity. You can use Visual Studio, you can use Cursor. It doesn't matter what you want to use. It's completely your choice. So as you can see, download any of these and or any of the CLIs, right? There's also Cursor. So again, it's completely up to you, or Windsurf. The choice of IDE is yours. And then install Claude Code, right? Very, very, very important. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through, and I'm going to create my first report using Claude Code. Let me just reshare my screen now and take you to Antigravity. All right, as you can see now, what I've done is I've created some skills. Over here, I have a bunch of skills that I keep creating, right? This is skill, creating skills is going to be the new creation, new money-making opportunity, by the way. Huge opportunity in terms of that. Also, I'm extremely sorry about my camera. For some reason, there is a bit of fog inside the glass, so I'm not able to clear that up. It's probably going to take some time. So sorry about the whitiness and the blurriness because of that. So what I'm going to do next is, because I already have Claude installed, I'm just going to run Claude over here. And as you can see, it has just triggered everything automatically, right? Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to type my skill. I've already created a skill known as SEO Audit. Sorry about this, SEO Audit. Right? Now, what I'm going to do next is SEO Audit, and let's audit one of the website, guys. Drop in your website in the comment. Let me know which website do you want me to audit. So I'll just pick one of the audit. I'll do an audit, live audit for one of the websites that you guys mentioned in the comment. So guys, just drop in your website link, please. And I'm going to pick one of them. It's also a great marketing branding opportunity, because a lot of people will see this video later on. So use this as an opportunity, guys. All right, I'm gonna pick one of these. So I'm just gonna pick Pankaj's website, because I think or I'll just pick Manpreet. Okay, let's just pick Manpreet's this. So Manpreet, your website is not loading for some reason. It took some time. There are more people in the waiting room now. All right, I've allowed them. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly, guys, again, show you Manpreet's website. As you can see over here, Manpreet has given his website over here. right? Everything is there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to look for a sitemap. I hope you have your sitemap.xml installed. Oh, there you go. There is no sitemap. Manpreet, if you guys have any sitemap, I'm going to skip Manpreet's website for now because he doesn't seem to have a sitemap. So guys, if anyone of you have a sitemap, please just give me your sitemap URL. Just give me a sitemap URL, please. Okay, so let me check this. Okay, there you go. Right. So we have this Stackwise.site from Sami, I guess. That's what his name is written. So I'm just going to pick this for now. I'm going to go back into my Claude code. Right. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run an audit over here. And I'm also going to say, go through each of the pages and exclude blog post for this particular audit, and also run SQL acting like various bots like Google, Bing, Perplexity, ChatGPT, Gemini, etc. Right? Once done, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly create a report over here. And I'll just call it Stackwise.site for now. I'll just create a folder. Once done, create a report.md as the main file, and then create a separate .md file for the report for each of the pages, then create a subfolder and organize all of this data for me. Use Scratchpad to ultrathink, analyze, and then create a plan and then execute. Now, there are better ways of doing things, right? You can also create a simple plan folder, things like that. But again, in this particular demo, I'm going to stop all of that, right? I'm just going to walk through, and let me just quickly see. There are pretty decent number of pages, so I'm going to go all through all of that, right? And just to ensure that I don't run out of tokens for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to limit it to 5 pages for now in the first test round of this SEO auditing POC. Okay, so I'm just going to write this. I've already created my skill. Skill creation is something altogether very different aspect altogether. I'll probably do another separate webinar for it, and I'll probably open source my SEO audit guide or something like that for you guys. I'll work on that, but again, just to show you guys how the future of things will happen. Okay, so everything looks pretty good. All right. And put this inside this, put all the report inside this folder. Okay, so I've just directed it and told them create everything inside this particular folder. This is it. I'm now gonna make sure that it's on at 4.6 because again, I'm using this. Again, guys, if you want to use Codex, you can use Codex, right? Just install Codex. You can Google Codex, right? Okay, so you can run the same thing inside Codex as well. It's completely up to you which one you want to use. There is no issue with regards to that. So feel free to choose the LLM that you want. It doesn't matter, but you will require CLI to do all of these activities, because without CLI, it's going to be impossible to kind of like scale up all of these activities. And this will precisely not work if you're going to go on Claude.ai or ChatGPT.com directly. It's not going to work because there's a lot of dynamic things happening behind the scene. So you will require an ID. And as I mentioned, Antigravity is free. You can just use Antigravity or Visual Studio. So Antigravity is a fork of Visual Studio. And again, if you guys are not getting anything or if you guys are confused, please drop in a comment and let me know so that again I can address those questions as well, right? So I'm just going to give my permission over here. So as you can see now, what I have done essentially is I'm first going to go through all the sitemap. It's going to fetch the links. Then it's going to go through the robots.txt. It's going to check what's happening, right? Then it's also going to check the HTML. It's going to try to fetch all of those HTML. Then finally, it's going to run the bot curl test at the same time. And finally, it's going to create all the reports, right? Now, while all of these things happening, here are the test reports that we have selected. So homepage, services, about, contact, and services AI solution is what we are going to run in parallel right now, right? Also, I'm going to say also to speed up the task, create multiple agent team swarm. Right, this is again a keyword. If you use this particular keyword, what's going to happen? It's going to speed up the activity by running multiple agents parallelly at the same time. But this does consume a lot of tokens, so you need to be very mindful and careful when you're doing this because your tokens are going to burn out like crazy, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do meanwhile, while that activity is happening, I'm going to come over here and going to walk you through all of these things, right? So this slide is what I did exactly right in front of you. Look at how I audited every single thing one by one. I worked on every single thing one by one. And again, as I mentioned, you can use open code as well. If you are running short of money, then please just use open code. Open code is again extremely it's open source and it's free, and it does come with its own limitations, but they do have some free models available. So if you are someone who's running short of money, do this. But again, it's better to use good paid platforms. It's better to use that. It's better to use, paid LLMs again because of the kind of efficiency that it's going to bring in. But if you just want to test things out for yourself, that's again completely your choice. And again, guys, I'm extremely sorry about my camera for today. There's just a bit of fog inside the lens for some reason. I don't know why, but it's probably going to take some time to dry up. I'm extremely sorry about that. Right, as I mentioned, you can use open code as well. Just start writing down all of these things. Meanwhile, I'm just going to check, and as you can see over here, it has now started doing all of these activities. Meanwhile, what I'm going to do is just 1 second. I'm going to stop. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to go to my Chrome. Just 1 second. No, just got too many slides. Just give me one moment, guys. Okay, I'm just going to switch to, I think, my FaceTime camera. This might be better. Okay, I think this is better. I am going to switch to, okay, there you go. Found it. Okay, right. So as I mentioned, you can use open code as well. It's completely up to you. Open code is again free. It does come with some free models at the same time. So in case if you want to use that, it's completely your choice. You can do that as well, right? I'm just gonna again quickly walk you through some of the things as well over here. Let me just share my open code as well, right? As you can see, they do come up with some of these models. So GLM5 right now is completely free. Minimax 2.5 is extremely free over here. And then there is a Trinity model, which is completely free. But they do have some contextual window limit, as you can see over here. So running audits is not gonna be good. Sonnet 4.6 was just released. It's extremely good, and currently they have a 1 million window parameter a contextual window, which is extremely, extremely good, because when you're running such kind of models in place, you do require a lot of contextual window. Yeah. So just make sure of that you're using just getting a subscription or something that's idle in your particular case. Right now, let's just go back and see how the audit is going on. And as you can see, the homepage audit is completely done. The contact us page audit is done. Then the services page is done. The contact page is done. About us page is done. Now it's working on the AI solutions page. So it's working on all of these audits. And as you can see, it has started creating all of these bot responses. It is nicely, neatly organized because my prompt was to the part. My prompt was very, very clear. And now it's finally creating the core report.md file at the same time, right? So as you can see, everything is live right in front of you guys in terms of how everything is to be executed. Guys, any questions so far? Please let me know if you guys have any question. As of now, while this is happening, I'm just going to take some more questions before I move forward to my presentation. I have a small question. Instead of installing LLM like any other sending site like links, we can simply paste all of our content on website of a page by doing copying pasting. By Claude itself, we will have no. This is exactly what I was talking about. Don't go for free things, guys. It's a waste of time. Your time is money today, right? If you don't do things very quickly, you're actually wasting time. Now, imagine you can start your audit services and charge customers about $500, $200, $1,000. Again, it's completely up to you. So time is very, very critical. Stop saving money by spending more time, because what will probably take you 10-15 minutes, you will end up wasting about 2, 3, 5 hours of your life, or maybe a day or 2 days of your life. You could be spending more time actually going out there, reaching out to your potential prospects, and just pitching them, trying to sell them, versus spending your time copying, pasting things. Please don't do that. My mindset is all about saving time, because if I can save time and if I can execute all of these things in a matter of what, like just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I can create an entire auditing report. And if I even charge $200 for it, for a very small website, I've essentially made $200 for a 5-minute work, right? So again, it really depends upon how you really want to execute things, right? Again, it's completely up to you how you want to do things, how you don't want to do things. It's completely your choice. I would leave that decision on to you. But for me, I don't mind paying for such kind of tools. In fact, I always take tech first approach, where if I can automate things using tools, using softwares, using anything, that's my first approach, because for me, saving time is more important than actually doing things manually, right? So that's with it. How to create audit report. I've just shown how to create reports. While that is happening, I'm just going to quickly walk through my rest of the presentation, right? So again, this is the most important part, right? Your crawlability and your robots.txt has to be intact. If you don't have your robots.txt set up properly, you're going to have some serious issues, right? So to give you an example, let's say if I go on SEO Engine, see this, right? This is our own website, SEOengine.ai. If you see how carefully we have created our entire robots.txt, where we have clearly allowed Ahref, LinkedIn bot, WhatsApp, Telegram. We have allowed all of these bots, right? ChatGPT, Claude bot, Anthropic, Google. We have allowed all of these bots over here very, very, very clearly. So you have to make sure that you allow these bots, otherwise they're not going to crawl, and you will have challenges with mentions at the same time, right? As a result, as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to go to my Ahref account at the same time, and I'm quickly going to go through SEO Engine. And this is a brand new website. So again, we launched only about 2 months ago. And as you can see, we have started getting mentions. Check this out, right? ChatGPT is already mentioning us 48 times at different places, right? It's already citing us 48 times already. So this is a power, right? You don't need to wait things anymore. You can just get things going. That's extremely, extremely, extremely important, right? So this is how you basically like let the the bots crawl, and just leverage on the opportunity that you can get because of it, right? Again, coming back to my this. And let me just check meanwhile whether the report is completed. Yes, the report is completed. I'm going to show you the report in just a moment, guys, right? So as you can see, making sure that you allow Claude bot, Perplexity, then Google bot, all of these is extremely, extremely important. If you don't do that, it's a problem, right? Or you can simply go on SEOengine.ai/robots.txt and just copy this. Done. Simple, right? Just copy it as it is, make changes over here, and just change it to like your own website, right? Just change the names and you're pretty sorted. That's it. You don't need to complicate your life anymore. Again, just go on SEOengine.ai/robots.txt, right? It's as simple as that. Coming back to my presentation. Okay. And then we can see the sitemaps, RSS, LLMs. These are the next major things, right? LLM.txt has become extremely, extremely important, even though the LLMs and searches, Google, they have officially said that no, they have nothing to do with it. But trust me, it's making a lot of difference, right? The data says something very different than what they are talking about. And just trust the data. Never trust what Google says, because they'll exactly say the opposite things of what actually works, right? So again, make sure that your sitemaps are clean. Make sure that you have your RSS feed. Make sure that your LLMs are intact. Make sure your robots.txt are intact at the same time. And make sure that whenever you're updating your content, your sitemap is intact, right? These are very, very, and also make sure that any of your sitemap doesn't have like more than 5,000 links or 1,000 links. As a matter of fact, just subdivide it if you want. I'll show you for an example. If you go and see over here at the bottom, we have created our RSS feed over here. As you can see, all of our RSS feed is right in place over here. We're making it extremely easy, right? Here is our llms.txt file. You can see all the links that we have created so far. You can literally see this. There's a lot of things going behind the scene that we are constantly pushing and utilizing programmatic SEO as well, right? And taking advantage of it. We're making it extremely easy for LLMs to understand what links are what and what do they do what, right? Again, you have to curate, and this LLMs.txt is hardly a few KBs. And this is why LLMs and Google, they all love markdown version. They love these TXTs. You're just making their life easy in terms of crawlability, right? So your crawl budget also goes up because you're making their life easy to crawl everything, right? And then finally, if you see our sitemap, here is our sitemap, right? How it's nicely structured with regards to everything. So this is our core sitemap link. But if you go on the main sitemap link, you will see here is our website sitemap, right? Then we have a separate sitemap link for our post, as you can see. And then each of these sitemap has got its own link. Look at how structured way we have made everything happen, right? And when you go inside your like search console, for example, right, you can see over here there is, oh, this is something I wanted to show you guys, right? So before last week, we did some programmatic SEO, and I just wanted to show results. Before that, I'm just gonna refresh. As you can see, this is my Google Search Console links. I'm not bullshitting or talking random crap, right? I'm showing you live data in front of you in terms of what things are happening, right? And if you see over here that this is where we started doing our activity, which is on 5th, and then boom, you see this on 6th, and then you check this out. Look at the way our traffic is just going up, right? Including the number of clicks as well. So here, there was literally just 5 clicks coming in, and now it's about 169, 64 clicks coming in, right? Let me just go and do this. I'm just going to put it 20. See this? It's only getting better, right? The impressions are getting more, the clicks are getting more, the traffic is increasing, the signups are happening at the same time. I'm collecting more data. And again, I'm not spending a dime on marketing other than like doing all the SEO stuff, right? And also at the same time, parallelly, there is a small pitch, right? I'm also using SEO Engine as well for creating a lot of high quality pieces of content. As you can see over here, you can simply go ahead, create all your pieces of content over here. I'm going to be sharing more about some certain things in just a moment, but as you can see, you can just automate your entire journey from keyword research to brand kit to everything. All the content creation can be completely automated using SEO Engine. So you save a huge amount of time. We're also going to release our SEO auditing feature very soon, where you can create these beautiful reports and charts with a click of a button using AI. Also, parallelly at the same time, we're going to be giving you opportunity to create programmatic pages, a lot of things, right? So if you find value, do sign up. You can implement it across your customers. It's literally $5 a post. That's it, right? It's peanut of a price, parallelly, right? But again, coming back to our presentation, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna now share, before I go to my next slide, I'm actually gonna take you back to the report that we did. Just 1 second. I'm gonna share my Antigravity again. I do have a lot of questions. So let me just go through some of those questions. Can you guide how to do it? I'm already showing you live, Prahlad. Can you tell us where you downloaded it? So I just created a specific skill based on my requirement. So LLM file creation, how you have generated for yourself. I didn't get your question, Sanjoli. Sangam is asking, can you share the list of prompts which you used for AI to generate the results? As you can see, everything is live in the video, guys. I'm not getting, should we use Antigravity or your tool for SEO or audit? So you can just use Antigravity. SEO engine does not do audit reports right now. We're just showing you how you can do it via Antigravity yourself, right? So we're just showing you that. Okay, so coming back over here, the reports are now ready. So let me just see the reports. There you go, site-wise. And here are all the reporting structures. Here is a main report.md. So this is the report that has come as of now. And what I'm going to do is that I'm simply going to ask, now turn this report into a clean and a beautiful looking report in HTML and CSS. Don't use CSS and JavaScript. Keep it vanilla and clean. Okay, so I have just run this. Now I'm just turning these reports into its own opportunity at the same time. Just 1 second. Right, so now it's just going to start creating the reports. It's just turning it into a beautiful looking report, right? So it just makes it a lot more easier. But meanwhile, if you just see the reports that I'm going through over here is extremely clear. So homepage, it's scored about 78 out of 100. B needs to be done a lot of work. Services, so not a single page have actually crossed the threshold and lines, right? So, but it did pass Google bot, Bing bot, GPT, Gemini, Perplexity very clearly. This means that it can access everything very, very swiftly, right? This is clearly defined. Robots tag is clearly defined. No cloaking of anything. Then here is some technical SEO audit that needs to be done. You have allowed the HTTP to be a maximum of 2 years. Here are some of the issues, right? Significant above 100 KB. So your homepage HTML is about 221 KB. This needs to be lowered down to about 100 KB as of now. There is no hreflang. This is a big problem, right? So you are focusing on Dubai as well, but you have not focused on adding hreflang at all. Please do add that in your meta today. Also, you have not referred, you have not added your XML sitemap link on your website. That needs to be also addressed. Then here are some critical issues that it has found. There's a lot of duplicate H1 tags. This needs to be sorted. This is in your homepage and your About Us page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to site, Stackwise.site, Stackwise.site. I'm going to share this. Let's just see. So homepage. Okay, let me share my entire screen this time. right? And let's just check. Okay, here is the first H1 tag that you have. Um, you see a lot of issues over here already. So a lot of these things needs to be addressed. The codes are not very clean, and this could be a big problem with why potentially um, you're not ranking at all as of now. I'm going to check your AHF ranking as well in just a moment. Right? So that is a big problem. Then your title tags are too long. It's 88 characters for your homepage, services and contact us page. Google cannot see anything beyond 60 characters. So this needs to be lowered down. And again, these are the little issues that a lot of people don't realize. So this is another problem. In your schema, it says that you had been around since 2024, but your H2 tag says you have been around since 2015. That's a data mismatch, and that is going to lead. That's going to lead a huge problem for your website, right? So you do need to address that at the same time. I'm going to go back, and it does say in about us page. So it says 2015 over here, right? But it says 2 years of experience. That's problem. This is where LLMs are very smart. It clearly says that you're probably lying over here, right? That how come you are around since 2015, but you only have 2 years of experience, right? That's a problem. And I'm pretty sure the same issue must exist in the schema tag as well. So let's just check the schema. There you go. I found the schema for Sharjah. 2024. Check this out. There you go. It found out. So your founding date was 2024, but your website says 2015. That's a mismatch of data points. You need to sort this, right? This is where SEO audit comes into picture, because if you're not giving an honest, clear picture of what you are and who you are to LLMs, it's going to lead to a lot of major issues, right? As you can see, boom, we have a beautiful report now being created, right? And let's go through this report one by one. As you can see, I created a live report in front of you. Everything was just created live with you, right? Here is the entire summary. So the homepage scored all of these scores, right? Here is a bot accessibility issue. I've just turned the boring .md file into this beautiful HTML over here right in front of you guys, right? Here are all the technical issues that I can see right away. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to host it and probably send it to my client. Simple. Or we will be adding these features inside SEO Engine very soon. Here are some cross-site issues, right? You have a lot of duplicate H1 tags. This needs to be fixed. This is inside your About Us homepage and few other pages. Your title tags are too long. Your OG image is a problem, right? You do not have any kind of social media OG tags. So please sort your OG tags, right? If I go on Facebook debug, and just enter your website over here inside debug. Let's just quickly see. As you can see, it's trying to pull your logo. This needs to get sorted. So you do not have your OG tag set up properly at all. That's again a problem, right? So again, you need to sort this. So all the reports that we see is exactly the kind of issues that we are seeing over here, right? See this, your about page has got about 166 characters. Your AI solution have got about 191 characters. And Google again truncates it to 160. You do not, so again, no city is being seen. No city is being seen, right? So more issues, more issues, more issues. Um, here are your plan of actions on a very immediate basis. Here are things that you need to add. You don't have any FAQs, sections, right? So again, as you saw, I just did a live demo of how you can create an entire SEO audit report. Everything was done live in front of you. And this is how the future of a lot of auditing will potentially look like, right? Let me just go and share my screen again, and I'm just gonna do and walk you through some of the things, right? So as you can see, here are the critical things that I showed, and here are the SQL reports as well, right? Now, this is one of the most underrated things that a lot of people don't realize, that whenever you're sharing, whenever you're running any kind of website, you do have the ability to kind of like run a SQL, right? And just see how Google looks at your website. So now what I'm going to do for this, let me share my whole screen once again. And I'm just going to run my terminal. So you got to open your terminal. And I am just going to run this. And I'm simply going to say SEOengine.ai. Oh, sorry. There you go. So as you can see, my entire website was scraped properly. This means this is exactly how Google looks at my website. It is able to scrape every single data properly, right? You can run it through some of these. Again, you can potentially just take a screenshot of this presentation, and you can just see how the SQLs are done. This is just a way to check technically how your websites are performing, what's the issue, what's not the issue. You can do all of those checks through your terminal itself, right? Again, a beautiful way to automate, or you can just again run these automations via CLI. It doesn't matter. Then you can also automate your entire core vitals, right? This is again extremely important. You got to constantly keep on checking on that, right? Now, how do you do that? You go on pagespeed.web.dev. I'm simply going to enter SEOengine.ai. And again, even we constantly face challenges. I have to constantly work on it. So my core vitals are failing again, right? Because we pushed a lot of updates. So this is failing for me. This is clear. This is on par. So I need to just tell my team to constantly just keep on updating, right? It's also going to mention over here. So every time you push an update, you have to run through all of these checks to ensure that your LLMs, your SLMs, and everything is intact. So here you can see SEO, accessibility, everything is pretty good. But just this, which is my large content pain part, is LCP is my pain part, which is something that I need to address, which means this part is something that I need to address. Check this, right? I need to improve the YouTube image. So it's because everything is happening because of the YouTube thumbnail, right? So I kind of like would tend to kind of like ignore this at the same time parallelly. But again, there are a couple of things that are blocking, but again, I'll kind of like ignore that, right? But this is how you run your entire audit. I'll come back over to this audit report once again to see everything is very nicely and neatly organized over here. Right. Any questions so far? Anyone, please drop them in. How to host it. So what you can do is you can probably use a platform like Railway, right? Because they again are very technical, or you can use DigitalOcean and you can just host it on a live server. Or if you want something free temporarily, then you can create this entire report in Next.js and you can just host it on Vercel. Vercel gives you like free hosting if you don't use custom domains. So if you just want to just send the report to your clients very quickly, you can do that as well, right? It's again completely up to you how you want to do it. It's completely your choice where you want to work. But I would highly recommend either DigitalOcean, Railway, or I would recommend using Vercel. Right. So again, here is again the full auditing via CLI. Once again, guys, please, if you want, take a screenshot of this if you want, right? I'm just going to walk you through again. Here is how you start working on it. This is what I did. Step one, I ran my skills. I did my entire audit. Then it basically saw and checked all the crawlability, whether everything can be crawled or not. Then it created my entire performance audit report. It created all my header reports. It created everything. All the reports are in front of you. It was all created in .md first. So I always make sure that you create your MD first. and then just ask it to create a simple, beautiful, clean looking HTML and CSS and JavaScript. That's it. Just ask it to use vanilla, use the word vanilla. Otherwise, it's going to end up adding too many unwanted libraries and things like that. And that's a complete waste of time, right? Don't get into like wasting all of your time and energy on that. And finally, as you saw, I showed you how I installed things, how I use things, the tools that I use, everything was in front of you. If you want to take things further, you can also log into server logs. So generally, if you have access to your server, you can also pull your logs and you can again run an audit and understand what all things are happening, so that you don't end up wasting too much of your budget and time again, right? I'm not going to go into this because this will require server access, and that's a session on its own. So I'm going to skip on that for now, right? And as you can see, here are the reports that you will get, right? Here is your entire technical plan of action. In short, this is what you need to do. Here are some of the quick wins that you can do and implement, right? Start by adding your sitemap and txt, create an llms.txt file. Make sure that your HTTPS and SHTS header is enabled. Make sure you do not have any 404 errors, and make sure you have added your schema tags. That's it. If you just add this, that's a quick win right away, right? Then optimize your LCP to under 2.5 seconds. Fix your analysis issues. Make sure that you're managing your AI crawlers properly. Make sure that you're running and CLI audits. And as I mentioned, you have to run your audits frequently because it's going to keep failing. So you have to ensure that, right? If you are someone who's technical, you can also set up your CI/CD pipelines as well. Again, completely up to you. Right. Here are some of the things that I showed you guys live in terms of how to run things via terminal. Again, you can take a screenshot if you want. Right. And there are further resources. You can just go on Google and type these things, and you'll be able to do things, right? So I hope you guys found a lot of value in today's webinar, because these are the kind of webinars that you will not see a lot of companies actually doing, right? And I created a live report. I created a live audit. I did not pick my website. Otherwise, you guys would have told, oh, you would have probably done this and that. I picked up one of the sites from someone who was live present on the webinar. I picked up that, right? AI is getting crazy, guys. There's insane amount of opportunity with AI as of now. I want you guys to tap into those opportunity. Go ahead, just take in those leverages right now. I can guarantee and tell you 99.9% of the websites in the world are technically broken right now, right? If you just start fixing up your website, you will just have a far ahead edge. There's no point in doing so many social media marketing, spending lakhs of money, thousands of dollars on creating websites, contents, all of those things, right? If you don't fix the fundamental, no matter what happens, it's all a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, but more importantly, it's a waste of money, right? And more importantly, as I mentioned, right, you can again use SEOengine.ai to automate your entire pieces of content, right? Come up over here, you can create any pieces of content, all the images, everything is completely automated. All the keyword research part is completely automated at the same time, right? So you can literally automate the entire pieces of content on your website. We already have integrations to your WordPress, Goes, Shopify. You can just download our extensions and just automate, right? We run all of the agents to just automate your entire journey, right from keyword research to doing the volume check and everything. So just making your life extremely, extremely, extremely easy. Guys, before I wrap this up, would love to take up the final questions if anyone has any. And again, guys, please start using these tools. Don't try to save money. I'm telling you, there is no time in saving money. It's all about saving time now because the opportunities are insane. And if you don't do it, if you do things manually, trust me, there is someone else who is going to use AI and just going to take a leap ahead and just capture all the market, right? Can you also let us show the token consumption for this task? So let me just go back and see and ask how much token was consumed for this entire task. Just give me the token cost as well as per Claude, and the token count plus the input and output token. Okay, so I've just added this. let's just see how many tokens it has consumed. How would this Claude scale compare to Ahref? Oh, I don't think Ahref Audit can run such kind of reports in an extensive manner. You already saw at the length at which it can do things. So things are very different. As you can see over here, so roughly 5 agents were run, 35 cult tests were done, an HTML report was created. The total input tokens were approximately around 300K, and the total output tokens were around 80K. So the cost was approximately about 50 cents to $2. Let me just run cost. Yeah, so approximately about $2, right? So I hope, Arunima, that answers your question. I am not sure about the. Okay, can I still use Lighthouse Audit? Absolutely, you can use that, and this is the reason why I mentioned about certain things in a certain way. But yeah, you can definitely use that. Please share recording. I'll also create a report and same process. Sure, Sanjoli, it should be going live on our SEO engine channel. So guys, for that, just head to YouTube, SEO Engine, and just subscribe to our channel. I'm just posting the link over here. Please do that. Also, I'm going to be sharing our SEO Engine WhatsApp group with you guys in just a second. Feel free to join in our community as well. Post in your queries over there. If you guys have any questions, here is the WhatsApp group link. I've just shared it with you guys. Feel free to join the WhatsApp group, take an opportunity, take an advantage of it. If you guys have any questions, right? We're creating a very amazing group of community. We genuinely want you to grow and thrive at SEO Engine. We want your businesses to be get discovered. And trust me, sometimes it's all about one person discovering you, and that can just change your entire game, right? And today, the visibility is extremely, extremely important, because if you don't have those visibilities, it's a clear problem, right? So again, take advantage of that. Let me just walk through some of the last few questions. Ansh Verma, Udit, I'm really impressed with the direction of the company. Are there any open engineering roles right now? I would love to. Ansh, thank you so much. But right now, we have a fantastic team. Each of our team member is as good as like 50 people, 100 people. Right? I'm really proud of my team. And we have implemented AI across our entire organization. About 70% of all the work that we do is through AI right now, be it marketing, sales, or be it any other activity. We use AI very, very, very aggressively, right? So that way we have been able to keep ourselves extremely lean and able to automate as much as possible. There's another question. What's the best AI tool for lead generation? I think that's probably for another webinar. I'll probably keep it. But guys, if there are any other questions, let me know. And if you guys enjoyed this webinar, drop in a fire emoji. I just want to see if you guys find a ton of value from this webinar, because that will basically say that I've done my job well. And it was absolutely worth it for you guys to spend your valuable 1 hour of your time over here. Also, it seems like my camera got finally fixed, guys. There you go. Right, the fog is gone. I think I just had to switch to this camera. So the fog is gone. This is a much better camera. The clarity is much better, as you can see. So I hope the next time the fog doesn't happen. Sometimes this camera can get a little tricky, right? But thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, drop in a fire emoji. I just want to see if you guys found enough value. And I'm going to see you guys next Saturday with another webinar, another SEO tutorial, another crazy things. But more importantly, do sign up for SEOengine.ai. It's literally going to change your life in terms of your entire content creation automation. And it will help you discover and make you more money and customers, right? Until then, have a blast, everyone. Enjoy your weekends and keep SEOing and keep AOing, guys. Bye, everyone.